I was reading my Bible today, and I got something for you, man. Listen up. And save this so you can send it to somebody who needs it. So the Bible talks about how Joseph was locked up because Potiphar's wife set him up and said he was trying to get something from her. But we all know that ain't true, so she set him up, and now he got sent to jail. But even in jail, he found favor. God had him, and he was treated like the best out of the jail. He took care of the people that were coming there. He worked under the chief jailer, so he was pretty good. He was sitting pretty in there. This is where it gets interesting. He interpreted the dream for the chief cupbearer, and it came true. And he told the chief cupbearer, don't forget about me when you go to Pharaoh, because I need to get up out this jail. But the chief cupbearer forgot about your boy. He left him in there. He's like, man, I'm free. I ain't getting killed. I'm good. Until Pharaoh had a dream. And then the chief cupbearer remembered, I left Joseph in the jail. Pharaoh, if you need somebody to interpret your dream, he could do it. Now, I want y'all to stop. This is the most important part. Because Joseph was so obedient and still serving God regardless of his situation, 2 years later, when Pharaoh had a dream, a chief cupbearer remembered what Joseph had did for him. And I want y'all to hear what was said once the chief cupbearer realized, and he sent Joseph to come help Pharaoh. It says, I had a dream last night, Pharaoh told him, and none of these men can tell me what it means, but I've heard you can interpret dreams, and that is why I've called you. And Joseph goes on to interpret the dream, but that's not even the most important part. The most important part is this right here. Most important part right here. This is after he interprets the dream, after he says, what should I do about the dreams you've interpreted for me? And Joseph says, my suggestion is that you find the wisest man in Egypt and put him in charge of the nationwide program. Turning to Joseph, Pharaoh says, since God has revealed the meaning of the dreams to you, you are the wisest man in the land. I hereby appoint you to direct this project. You will manage my household, organize all my people. Only I will have rank higher than yours. Also, Pharaoh said to Joseph, I am the king, but no one will move a hand or a foot in the entire land of Egypt without your approval. This man was just locked up in the jail. He was locked up in the jail. Now he is the second in command of the whole Egypt. Everybody, it goes Pharaoh than him because he stuck to what God gave him. He stuck to God, listening to God, following God, being faithful to God. Not forsaking God, not being mad at God for his situation. Even though 2 years went by, he still was faithful. And that faith allowed him to be the second highest in command. So if you guys are going through a storm or issue that you don't know why you're there, just know that God is using that to build your future. Just follow him and be obedient.